friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and sell them for a profit. Today is Wednesday, February 19th, and I have 7 items, I think, that sold in the last 24 hours. Now, that's almost true. There's one item that sold in the 24 hours prior to that. We'll get to that. It wasn't good. My gross sales amount was $247.17. I had 2 sales that were like so good. One that was pretty terrible. This is a bra. This one's kind of middle of the road. I like selling bras. There's a couple brands that I like. Cacique, Torrid. Sometimes Victoria's Secret, just depends on what it is. And then this brand, which I don't think you're going to be able to see because it's pretty faded. Yeah, that's not going to work. Soma. It's S-O-M-A. It's a pretty expensive, like lingerie, nightwear, pajamas, that kind of stuff brand. When I say pretty expensive, it's going to be in the same, when I've seen it in a store, it's the same shopping centers that have Chico's, Talbot's, J. Jill, White House Black Market, those. So, a Soma bra, sorry, I wanted to note, this one was a front clasp, and in my experience, front clasp bras sell pretty fast. So a Soma bra has an average sale price of $15.71 with a 19% sell-through rate. Sell-through rate's not great, but I like selling bras. They're easy to list, they're easy to store, they're easy to ship. I just don't mind it. Taking, a little bit lower of an average sale price or a lower sell-through rate. Sometimes I go in spurts and sell like a ton of bras, but I feel like I haven't sold a bra in a while. Anyway, this one sold for $15 on Poshmark. I paid probably about $1 for it at the bins, the Goodwill outlet, where you pay by the pound. It's been listed for just 2 months, and my profit is $11. So this is going priority, so I put it in a number 11 box, and box was free to me because priority shipping supplies are free. All right, this also sold on Poshmark. This is a vintage sweater, and it has a couple like little flaws. Like there's a little kind of ding out of it, I guess. Also seeing little things that I need to pick off. And yes, I have lint rollers. I just don't think they work very well. I've tried quite a few different brands. I don't love them. Somebody mentioned using packing tape. I do think that works pretty well, but someone got real mad at me about the packing tape sound on one of my videos. So if that was you, I apologize. I don't know. Yeah, so this is well, I think it's men's. I don't know, those buttons are kind of big. Vintage sweater. It's lined with like a lining material. And then the brand is St. Michael's. It is, where is it made? It's made in Canada. Woohoo, there's the label. Anyway, a men's cardigan, vintage cardigan, has an average sale price of $44.67 with a 17% sell-through rate. Now, I did go and look through some of those solds, and a lot of the higher end ones, because remember, an average is just an average. Some are going to be higher, some are going to be lower. And hold on, give me a second.
It's done.
It's done? Okay, thank you. And some of the higher end ones were Coogee, Ralph Lauren, LL Bean. So definitely like names that you would recognize and have, you know, significant, what's the word I'm looking for? People want them. People are looking for those brands. All right, so this I'm going to put in a box because it's nice and big and bulky. And I don't think it'll fit in my private mailer. So this one, when my vintage sweaters are not a name brand that indicate I should list them higher, I list them at $30. And I sent out 20% off offers on Poshmark. So that was an offer that was sent out for $24 and then was accepted. And yeah, so it sold for $24 on Poshmark. This is one of my old sweaters. So if you've heard the story before, I apologize. But about 3 months ago, my kids I have teenage daughters, and they did a vintage market with some vintage sweaters of mine. And I had some sweaters in a bin that I had taken out that I had listed in like 2022. I had completely taken out of my inventory and was going to donate them, or I was trying to like sell them as a wholesale lot or something. It didn't work out that way, and I ended up just relisting them, and quite a few of them sold. So I say about on average, I spent about $3 on each of those. So this time around, they were listed for 3 months. It had prior been listed for over a year at some point. So my profit is $16.20 on that. All right, this is the really low one. This actually sold the other day. I'm gonna have to lint roll this thing too. All right, so this is probably not the right way to do it, but I don't lint roll before I take pictures. I lint roll when I ship, and I don't know, maybe that's not the right way to do it. This is a like tunic jersey knit, so it like feels like a t-shirt. This is Eileen Fisher. So what I searched was Eileen Fisher tunic button up, and the average sale price was $34.35 with a 24% sell-through rate. I listed this for $15 and took an offer for $10. Why, you might ask, would I do such a thing? Well, all the buttons are like, the stuff is like peeled off on them. So someone's gonna have to replace all the buttons, or I don't know, paint them. I think if it were me, I would just take a Sharpie to them and see if that worked. But I don't know, somebody got a really good deal, and this is going to take more work than I want to put into it right this second. But I do have to ship that out today because that was the one item that sold on, let's see, today's Wednesday, Tuesday. That's the one item that sold on Monday. It sold for $10. I paid $6 for it. I apparently didn't notice the buttons because I'm like one of the most least observant people I know. The most least observant. And that made sense, right? I paid $6 for it at a local Goodwill, and my profit is $2.26. You have to remember, I also get my $6 back. So, okay, the next two items, really good. This one is new with tags. All right, so this is called the Pyramid Collection, and this is a maxi dress. It is a plus size. It's just a 1X, but it has all of this like embroidery, and it looks like, I thought it was sequins for a second, but it's just shiny. I did use fairy in my listing with this. This took forever to sell, but I had it way overpriced. So I looked up Pyramid Collection maxi dress embroidered. The average sale price was $38.16 with a 29% sell-through rate. So that sell-through rate is not great. Not bad, but not great. The average, I had it listed for $70. I don't know why I had it listed that high. Probably because it was new with tags. Probably because it was a plus size. That's my guess. I don't know. I listed it 11 months ago, so I don't remember. Somebody offered me $40, and that's right on par with what comps are. So I went ahead and took that offer. and I paid $8 for it at a local Goodwill 11 months ago. So I don't mind the $8 into my profits $24.53. I don't mind that at all. But taking 11 months to do it, I don't love that. But like I said, I probably priced too high, or also potentially the comps changed in a year, because that happens. So maybe it was maybe I did have it priced correctly for that time. So sometimes it's good when you get an offer, or if you go to relist something or sell similar, to recheck your comps if it's an old thing, because it just might have changed. All right, that was $24.53 was my profit. This is something that I paid up for as well. I realize a couple people have said this recently, like my cost of goods in general, I have a couple very local, my nose always itches when I turn the camera on. I have a couple sources. Yeah, that my cost of goods are very, very low. And so for me, paying up might seem like just regular prices to you. I realize that, but I did pay $9 for this. So here, let me show you the tag. It's Australian Outback Collection. And it is like this denim, really long coat. It has all sorts of interesting straps. It did have some damage to it here, and I think that was it. I, of course, didn't notice the damage when I bought it. But what I looked up was, sorry, I'm still like coughing from when I had the flu a couple of weeks ago. So frustrating. But I get a little like choked sometimes, so because I try not to cough in front of you. All right. The average sell, what I looked up was Australian Outback Duster denim. There probably are other ways that you could look up that that comps for that, but the average sale price is $47.20 with a 28% sell-through rate. I had mine listed for $70. Somebody sent me an offer for $58.10, which is actually a little less than 20% off, which I pretty much always assume my items are going to sell for 20% less than what I listed them for. So they paid, so this sold on Depop. Actually had more Depop sales yesterday, than anywhere else. I meant to talk to you about that and I forgot. Oh well. We'll move on. Yeah, they sent an offer for $58.10. I have them pay for shipping on Depop because I don't really know how to do Depop, and that's how I do it. So I had a $12 shipping cost because that's what I do for coats and shoes. I don't know. And yeah, so they paid a total of $70. So essentially their, percentage off was them getting free shipping, which I'm fine with. That happens a lot, I think, on eBay and stuff too. So, yeah. So they paid $58.10 plus $12 in shipping. My fees were $2.96. I did pay $9.27 for shipping. It took just 1 month to sell. I bought it for $9 at a local thrift store here in my town, and my profit is $48.87. So good. Where did you get that?
In your closet.
It was in my closet. Are you supposed to be in my closet?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're supposed to be in my closet? I think you do know the answer to that, actually. It's a label maker. That's what it is. It's a label maker.
Oh.
Okay. Go back in, bud. All right. I feel like I haven't been interrupted in a while. I'm not sure why, but I'll take it. I don't usually edit out my interruptions because it's real life, and that's what I'm doing here. Plus, I really don't like to edit. Okay, this is vintage Oarsman. I don't know. Made in the USA. This is a sweatshirt, and it has like this Southwestern embroidery on it. I bought this to resell a long time ago, and then one of my teenagers snagged it. So I probably paid $2 or $3 for it, but I have zero cost of goods because it was ours. And it was ours because a teenager wore it for a while. So this sold for $24. I had it listed for $30. The average sale price for, I think I did vintage sweater embroidered Southwestern. The average sale price was $18.58 with a 1% sell-through rate. So I probably could have gotten away with doing this lower, pricing it lower. That's what I was trying to say. But that's okay. I priced it at $30. That's what I do with my vintage stuff if I don't have a real concrete price. And it sold for $24, so that 20% off. They did pay $9 in shipping, so they paid a total of $33. My fees for Depop were $1.64, and it did only cost $6.22 to ship. So I made a little bit of money on the shipping. I don't mind that so much. They know what they're paying in shipping, so I don't mind. It's not like it's a hidden fee for them, you know what I mean? I do need to be better at knowing how to do my shipping costs, but I'm just not. Okay, I had it listed on Depop for 6 weeks, but it's been listed in total for like 7 months, so not a great, not fast flip. But my profit is 25.14, so I'll take that. It's also sold on Depop. And this, I went against comps in a different way. So this is a silk shirt, and it's just like a base layer. It says, this is kind of crazy, Thermosilk by Terramar, 100% pure Chinese imperial silk, made expressly for blah, blah, blah. It is made in China. And then it says 100% pure filament silk. So anyway, this is a base layer to wear like when you're hiking or outdoors somewhere. It helps kind of regulate your temperature. So the average sale price for what I searched was vintage silk base layer was $25.08 with a 16% sell-through rate. I listed this for $40, and it sold in a month for $32, which again, that 20% off. I did that based on a different shirt that I sold really fast. It was a different brand, but very similar. It was a silk base layer, and it sold really fast for, I think, $35, something like that. So that's why I priced it like that, and it worked out. So they paid $32 plus $8 in shipping, so a total of $40. My fees were $1.90, and it did only cost $4.57 to ship. So my profit is, oh, I found this in the bins. Super lightweight. I have an average cost of goods of $2, but I mean, in reality, this stuff is less. I mean, it was 4 ounces. So my bins is $1.79. It didn't cost very much. So what am I doing? My profit is $31.53. And like I said, it only took a month to sell. So love that. I would love to find more silk base layers. It's great. My profit for the day was $159.53. So reminder, that's 2 days worth because, you know, Monday was terrible, but, you know, and the weekend was slow. It's just, okay, I'm done talking about it. I feel like I'm just complaining about February. We'll get there. We'll get through it. I did have a canceled order in the last 3 days. I forget exactly when it happened. Somebody ordered a set of pajamas and I was like, that's weird. I sold those already. And sure enough, I looked it up and I had sold them and I was like, I don't think they were returned and they hadn't been. So I'm not really sure what happened. This happened about a month ago with something else, and it was both on eBay, which is not good because it's not good to cancel orders on eBay. It's less good, less not good on Poshmark, and I have no idea on Depop what they do, if they ding you or not. I don't know how that works, but yeah, on eBay I try really hard to not have to cancel orders, but it was both. It wasn't like I sold them on Poshmark and forgot to delete them off of eBay because I'm really, really diligent about that. But it was stuff that I sold on eBay and then it sold again on eBay. So I don't know if eBay is making new listings for me of things that I've sold. I don't know what's happened. So right now my numbers are low enough of I forget what the term is, but you know, where you have to cancel orders because of my fault. And right now my numbers are so low that I don't think it will affect me, but if it does, I'm gonna make a call, I guess, because I don't want that to happen. All right, the question of the day. I kind of hesitate to bring this up. But I'm curious because I have some people who who watch my videos, maybe that's you, are really, really, it seems like very just loyal. And I appreciate that so much. I get so many good comments, nice comments, uplifting, encouraging to other people. It's just been a really great experience for me. And I know that part of the reason is because I try really hard to just be authentic and just be myself. And I think that resonates. I know for me, when I see someone else who seems really real and, you know, makes mistakes and fumbles and does all the things, like I really resonate with that because I don't know. Anyway, the point of that being, Vendu reached out to me and asked if I would do a sponsored video. And I'm inclined to do it because I love Vendu. I use Vendu. I stand behind it. But I don't want to put anyone off. So I guess my question to you for the question of the day is, would it bother you if I did a sponsored video? If I end up doing the opposite of what you say, please don't be offended. But I don't want to go into it like thinking, oh yeah, this is a great idea. And then all of the people, or a good majority of the people going, oh no, she sold out and now we don't like her anymore. I don't want to do that because we're friends and I want to continue to be friends. So, yeah, that's my question for you. Like I said, that feels a little vulnerable and scary to even ask it, let alone do the video. So I talked to the lady yesterday and it feels very overwhelming, I'll be honest with you, because it's a different way of doing videos than I'm used to. And yeah, I mean, I just get on here and ship my stuff and hit upload essentially. So this would be a little more intense for me, a little more what's the word, labor intensive. Anyway, I do it this way because I wouldn't be able to fit it into my life in any other way. And I really enjoy being able to fit it in my life and share with you. And I've blabbed on. I'm done. Thank you so much. If you liked the video, make sure you like it and subscribe if you haven't already. I do these ship with me videos every day, Monday through Saturday, as long as things ship. And yeah, I appreciate you so much. I'll see you soon.